just over a year ago, the then Princess of Denmark, Mary, was living a dream. She had a tiara on her head, a palace where she lived, and, most importantly, a very happy and close-knit family. But since she acquired the status of queen after the January abdication of her mother-in-law, Queen Margrethe, everything has not gone according to plan. Queen Mary, according to insiders, is currently experiencing emotional turmoil, and she definitely looked subdued at the official engagement in Copenhagen and at Queen Margrethe's birthday, far from her usual bright mood. Mary recently returned from an Easter holiday with her husband, King Frederik, and their 4 children. According to insiders, it was this time away from home that made Mary realize that everything is changing, and not necessarily for the better. For a long time, she, Fred, and the children were an unbreakable family unit, says one longtime observer of the Danish royal family. But the Easter holidays showed that they are growing apart. The couple's eldest child, 18-year-old Prince Christian, seemed to have avoided the family vacation and instead spent time with his friends. Mary has anxiously realized that her eldest son is no longer her baby and is quickly becoming independent, says a source. He has a close-knit group of friends, and like most young people, he is now more focused on that. While this is a reality any mother faces, Mary has to bear the additional burden of ongoing scrutiny due to allegations that Fred had an affair with a Mexican socialite. These allegations were refuted by the woman. Such intense scrutiny of her marriage must be isolating for Mary, especially at a time when her family is starting to fall apart because Christian is growing up, explains a royal source. Mary, who has given her all since marrying Fred in 2004, probably hoped to push her problems aside by immersing herself in work, but even this is becoming a source of stress. Usually the coronation of a new queen occurs in connection with the death of the previous monarch, so Queen Margrethe's abdication is a unique situation for Mary, says the source. Mary may become the new queen. Queen Margrethe insisted on retaining that title, and she still participates in running the palace. Mary is unsure of what her role entails. Another source adds Mary has spent nearly 20 years pondering what life as the king's wife would be like, but it turns out to be not the fairy tale she imagined. It's a pity her family and friends are in Australia. She must be feeling very lonely. An interesting fact from the past in the media: the current King Frederick had a reputation as a bit of a bad boy when he was younger. But now it turns out that his mother, Queen Margrethe II, was worried that he would never settle down and get married despite being in line for the throne. There are some speculations that his parents took care to ensure his younger brother Joachim got married first because they weren't sure if he would ever marry, so both then and now, Queen Mary was a kind of anchor for the family. What do you think about this?